Today's program is brought to you by PennyStockProfessor.com. For all the best OTCBB stock picks, sign up at PennyStockProfessor.com. Welcome to another TBC Daily News Update. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
Here's what's happening in today's news. After struggling for months to avert bankruptcy, lender CIT Group has filed for Chapter 11 protection in an attempt to restructure its debt while trying to keep badly needed loans flowing to thousands of mid-sized and small businesses. CIT made the filing in New York bankruptcy court on Sunday after a debt exchange offer to bondholders failed. CIT said in a statement that its bondholders opted for a prepackaged reorganization plan, which will reduce total debt by $10 billion. The Chapter 11 filing is one of the biggest in U.S. corporate history, following Lehman Brothers, Washington Mutual, WorldCom, and General Motors. CIT's bankruptcy filing shows $71 billion in finance and leasing assets against a total debt of $64.9 billion. CIT's move will wipe out current holders of common and preferred stock. That means that the U.S. government will likely lose $2.3 billion it had sunk into CIT last year in return for preferred shares to prop up the ailing company. The government could have lost billions more. However, earlier in the year, the government declined to hand over more aid to the company. And now for a bit of economic news. Recessions, unemployment rates, and stores going out of business have been plaguing the United States for some time now. And if this continues, only the strongest will survive. Do we really want a world with just a Walmart, Target, McDonald's, and Wendy's? If we continue our downward path, our country will cease to exist as we know it. Entrepreneurs need to come out of hiding and get their businesses going. Small businesses are actually thriving in the recession due to their communities. Townships love to help local farmers, shops, and services because they want to see their own people succeed. Small business growth will help bring forth new job opportunities, put businesses on the block, and help reduce the recession in their area. Small businesses are having a big impact in many areas of the country, but this is not being shared on the news, mostly because as a nation we prefer to hear the bad news on television. So next time you see a new business spring up in your community, walk in and check out their sales and their services. By helping out your local entrepreneur, you are also helping yourself and your country. And now to Angelina Soriano with a bit of small cap financial news.
Gryphon Gold enters into option agreement to sell its Regent Hill property in Nevada for $2.5 million plus royalty to New Era Precious Metals. A New Era Precious Metals is pleased to report that its wholly owned subsidiary, Nevada Eagle Resources, has entered into an option agreement to sell its 100% owned Regent Hill property to New Era Precious Metals for $2.5 million. New Era Precious Metals Incorporation has the right to purchase the Regent Hill property on the following terms. Pay $500,000 cash by November 19, 2009, or pay $1 million cash by February 1, 2010. The $1 million balance is to be paid in quarterly payments of $250,000 starting May 1, 2010, with the last payment due February 1, 2011. Gryphon Gold is a Nevada-focused gold exploration and development company. Its principal gold resource, the 1.4 million ounce and 1.1 million ounce Nevada Eagle Resources, a wholly owned subsidiary, has approximately 60 highly prospective gold properties located in desirable gold trends in Nevada. Nevada Eagle's Golden Arrow property contains compliant resources of 296,500 ounces of gold and 50,400 inferred ounces of gold. Nevada Eagle's other principal properties have a cumulative 1,365,000 of historical ounces of gold. A number of Nevada Eagle's principal properties are subject to joint venture or farm-in agreements in favor of third parties. Press release is not comparable to similar information disclosed by U.S. companies. This press release uses the terms and resources. We advise investors that while those terms are recognized and required by Canadian regulation, the SEC does not recognize them. Inferred mineral resources are considered to have economic considerations applied to them that enable them to be categorized as mineral reserves. It cannot be assumed that all or any part of an inferred mineral resource will ever be upgraded to a higher category. Under Canadian rules, estimates of inferred mineral resources may not form the basis of feasibility or pre-feasibility studies, except in rare cases. U.S. investors are cautioned not to assume that part or all of the inferred resource exists, or is economically or legally mineable. As of November 16th, these are the top 10 trading stocks. Wellstar International Incorporation, WLSI, Cyberlux Corporation, CYBL, Greenshift Corporation, GERS, Savoy Energy Corporation, SNVP, Fresh Harvest Products Incorporation, FRHV, Cord Blood America Incorporation, CBAI, MedClean Technologies Incorporation, MCLN, IDO Security Incorporation, IDOI, Silverado Gold Mines Limited, SLGLF, Trey Resources Incorporation, TYRIA.
In today's green news, Dow Chemical and Algenol Biofuels, a startup company, are set to announce Monday that they will build a demonstration plant that, if successful, would use algae to turn carbon dioxide into ethanol as a vehicle fuel or as an ingredient in plastics. Because algae does not require any farmland or much space, many energy companies are trying to use it to make commercial quantities of hydrocarbons for fuel and chemicals. But harvesting the hydrocarbons has proved difficult so far. The ethanol would be sold as fuel, the company said, but Dow's long-term interest is in using it as an ingredient for plastics, replacing natural gas. The process also produces oxygen, which could be used to burn coal in a power plant cleanly. The exhaust from such a plant would be mostly carbon dioxide, which could then be reused to make more algae. The company has 40 bioreactors in Florida, and as a part of the demonstration project, plans 3,100 reactors on its 24-acre Freeport, Texas site. Amongst the steps still being improved is the separation of the oxygen and water from the ethanol. The Georgia Institute of Technology will work on that process, while the National Renewable Energy Laboratory and Energy Department Lab will study carbon dioxide sources and their impact on the algae samples.
Google, Yahoo, and other web companies joined a pharmaceutical industry Thursday in urging federal regulators to make it easier to pitch drugs in online advertisements. The Food and Drug Administration is hearing from dozens of drug and advertising executives at a two-day meeting on internet marketing of medical products. The agency has agreed to consider developing rules for online ads after companies complain that the guidelines for traditional media, which require detailed lists of side effects, have left them hamstrung on the web. As drug maker and media companies push for increased online access, consumer advocates say the FDA must respond with increased enforcement and that industry should pay for the effort. Drug makers spent more than $4.3 billion on patient-targeted advertisements last year, though online marketing represented about 3% of that amount. The industry's limited online marketing presence represents a lost opportunity for search engines like Google and Yahoo, given strong demand for online medical information.
I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
And on behalf of everyone at TBC Today, I want to thank you for tuning in to another TBC Daily News Update.